Hello, I'm Richard Heeper and this is SatTV Week. Last week, Singapore hosted the CommunicAsia exhibition and conference. Over the 4-day event, just over 22,000 visitors attended, of which 44% came from overseas. The satellite hall was impressive, with all the major industry players attending. However, there was something missing, a buzz maybe, or just a distinct lack of news announcements. There was certainly a feeling that visitor levels were down. However, as several companies commented, the quality of visitors had been of a high level. So as the old saying goes, it is all about quality, not quantity. One of the interesting bits of news from the show was the announcement that Global Invacom was to acquire Skyware Global for up to $11.6 million US. The transaction, the largest to date by Global Invacom, will position the enlarged group listed on the Singapore Exchange main board and the UK AIM market as a world leader in satellite communications equipment, with a manufacturing presence in the US, Europe and Asia. According to Johann Panait, Director of Sales and Business Development Asia and India at Skyware Global, this is a very positive move and will allow Global Invacom to provide complete solutions worldwide.
I think this is a very, very good thing. Because we have the possibility, let's say, to synergize between the two companies. Global Invacom is a company with worldwide presence. They have locations in Singapore, in Malaysia, in China, in United States, in UK, of course, where the headquarters are. It's a company which let's say, manufactures electronics, which can be really very well adapted with our antennas. And I think, let's say, joining the resources and using the resources which we have, let's say, we really can offer a complete solution to the market and to the customers.
Inmarsat and Galat satellite networks announced that in selected regions, fixed VSAT operators can now access a new wholesale, fully managed high-speed satellite broadband service delivered over Inmarsat's Global Express Ka-band network. According to Rash Jhanjee, head of GX Business Development and Strategy Enterprise at Inmarsat, this is a unique opportunity for fixed VSAT operators to deliver reliable, high-speed data to their customers. But how has the recent Proton failure and delay of the launch of the third Global Express satellite affected Inmarsat?
Well, that's unfortunate, right? So we had the first satellite launch last year, the second satellite launch this year. We were all ready to go on the third satellite. Unfortunately, we can't determine when the launch provider is going to have an issue. Luckily, the good news is the launch provider didn't have our rocket on, our satellite on it. It's not good news for the Mexican one. But as always happens when this problem occurs, there is a couple of weeks of investigation. There's analysis today going on by the Russian authorities to investigate what was the problem, where it failed, and how long it could be before the next satellite is deployed on top of its rocket. We hope to hear in the very near future when GX will be launched. The other alternative is obviously we have 4 satellites on the order. We hope we don't have to use the 4th satellite until 2016, which will be the augmentation satellite, and we hope to hear that the 3rd satellite will be launched in the very near future.
There is no doubt that the satellite operators are under pressure because of the limited launch platforms available at this time. However, according to Stefan Israel, President and CEO of Arianespace, it is all about reliability and a solid track record. As he points out, competition comes and goes.
Yes, we have just delivered last week for DirecTV our 65 successes in a row. It is quite an impressive track record. I think the secret is the fact that we have a very strong organization between industry, Arianespace, agencies. We have a lot of cross-check analysis, and it is a matter of fact that when we Arianespace, we give the green light for launch, we are sure that everything is okay and that we can go. And we are on this business for now more than 3 decades, so we have a long heritage, and this is why we have this incredible level of reliability.
O3B Networks announced an agreement to provide trunking services to Speedcast for its customer, Christmas Island Internet Administration Limited. the only ISP on Christmas Island. Under the agreement, Speedcast will provide the ISP with high throughput, low latency connectivity, enabling the first broadband internet access experienced on the island. According to PJ Baillier, Speedcast CEO, the low latency of the O3B system offers real benefits to customers.
We've started working with O3B, where we're seeing quite a bit of traction in that sector, both in terms of trunking in the Pacific, as well as providing services to the energy sector. I think the low latency feature of O3B presents some real benefits to some of our customers, especially in the energy sector.
There was talk at the show about the challenges the satellite industry faces as it moves forward. In the oil and gas sector, low oil prices are having an adverse effect on equipment purchases. How does the satellite sector diversify? And how does the satellite sector get the message across that it is cost effective? I asked Kurt Riegelman of Intelsat about the challenges the industry faces.
Well, there's a lot of challenges that we face, but really it's about opportunities as well. So as we look at the markets and the industry in whole, there's a lot of demand growing for a much higher degree of connectivity. And we're seeing a lot of our customers, end users' habits change. So the question becomes, how can the satellite industry best address these trends? And we've seen it from our customer standpoint, we've seen it through the end users, and what we're looking at is how to design new types of spacecraft, new types of access technology, and new types of throughput and efficiencies so that we can address these markets with our customers. So we have to do things much differently than we have in the past.
That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.